Welcome to Beemaster 79. In this lesson we're looking at the English you need for giving a short presentation, the kind you give standing at the end of a meeting room with 5 minutes and 1 point to make. One quick note before we start. Daniel and Priya are invented characters, and the conversation you are about to hear was written for teaching. The phrases inside it, though, are the ordinary working English you can use tomorrow. A short talk has only 4 jobs. It has to open, it has to signpost, it has to land 1 point, and it has to close. Get those 4 right, and everything else is detail. Let's take them in order. Start with the opening. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming. Then say who you are. I'm Daniel, and I look after customer support. Then tell them how long you need. I'll be speaking for about 5 minutes. And then your topic in 1 sentence. I'd like to talk to you today about our response times. 4 short moves, and the room already knows what it's getting. Next, signposting. Give the shape before the detail. I've divided my talk into 3 parts. Better still, name them. I'll cover where we are now, what's slowing us down, and 1 change I'd like to try. And if you don't want to be interrupted halfway through, say so kindly. Feel free to stop me if anything isn't clear. Now the joins. These are the phrases that stop a talk turning into a list. So, first of all, let's look at where we are now. That brings me to my second point. Now let's turn to the part that surprised me. And when something falls outside your plan, before I move on, 1 quick note. When a chart goes up, walk people into it. As you can see from this chart, this graph shows how our reply times have changed. Say what it shows before you say what it means. Then point. The figure to look at is the one on the right, and you're allowed to skip detail out loud. I won't go through every number. The headline is this. Every short talk needs 1 moment of wait. The important thing to remember is, if you take 1 thing away today, take this. Use that one once and never twice. And when you can hear an objection coming, meet it early. I'd like to stress that this is a trial, not a decision. Compare 2 openings. The first apologizes before it begins. I guess I'll just start. Sorry, this might be a bit boring. I didn't really have time to prepare this properly. Every line there hands away your credit. The second gives the room a reason to stay. Good morning, I'm Daniel, and I'll take about 5 minutes of your time. By the end you'll know exactly what I'm asking for. Let's start with the 1 number that surprised me. Let's hear it working. Daniel is rehearsing a 5-minute update. Priya is listening as the audience and stopping him when something lands well. Listen for the phrases we've just covered.
Right, whenever you're ready. Pretend I'm the whole team.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming. I'm Daniel from customer support, and I'll be speaking for about 5 minutes. I'd like to talk to you today about our response times and what we can do to bring them down.
Good. You told me who you are, how long you take, and why I should listen. That's the whole job of an opening.
I'll cover 3 things: where we are now, what's slowing us down, and 1 change I'd like to try. So, first of all, where are we now? As you can see from this chart, our average reply time has crept up since the spring. That brings me to my second point. Most of the delay happens before a ticket is even assigned to anyone.
Guys, that brings me to us doing real work there. I always know where you are.
To sum up, Then we're slower than we'd like. The delay sits in assignment, and I'd like to trial automatic routing for a month. Thank you for listening. I'm happy to take any questions.
One question. How would you measure whether the trial has actually worked?
That's a good question. I'd compare the average assignment time before and after. Does that answer your question?
It does.
That was tight, Daniel. Just slow the first 2 lines down.
Nerves speed everyone up.
Here's the whole conversation to read through. Pause the video if you'd like more time with it. And the second half, where he signposts, closes, and takes the question. Then comes the part people fear, the questions. That's a good question, buys you 2 seconds of thinking time. If I've understood you correctly, you're asking whether checks what was actually asked. And when you don't know, say so. I don't have that figure to hand, but I'll find out and send it round. Honest beats invented every time. Then close it. Does that answer your question? Finally, the ending. Signal it so nobody switches off early. To sum up then, or so to bring this all together. Then thank them plainly. Thank you for listening, and open the floor on your terms. I'm happy to take any questions. Five things about delivery, and they matter more than the words. Pause at your full stops. A short silence sounds confident, not lost. Look up at the end of a sentence, not in the middle of one. Slow your first 2 sentences down because nerves speed everyone up. Signpost out loud even when it feels obvious because your listeners can't reread you. And finish on your ask, not on an apology. One question before you go. A colleague asks something you can't answer. Which reply is best? Read the 4 options and choose. I'll give you a moment. The answer is B. I don't have that figure to hand, but I'll check and send it round today. It's honest, it's short, and it ends with an action. Guessing at a number costs you credibility, and apologizing for yourself gives it away. That's your short presentation, from the first line to the last question. Pick one phrase from each section and use it in your next update. Thanks for watching Beemaster 79, and I'll see you in the next one.